Hey, Blunder.
Yes, Bungle?
Have you read it?
No. Read it to me.
Alright then, Blunder. Am I the A for telling my daughter she can't bring her partners to her sister's wedding?
Oh, I feel like this is gonna be good. You know what, Bungle? I always enjoy a little bit of family drama, so let's just dive right in.
Family drama.
I have none of my own
all
family,
this.
so I have to live vicariously through other people.
The OP states, My son, 21, has suggested to post here. All names are fake.
Well, that's good. We must protect the innocent.
Names have been changed to protect the innocent.
Alright.
I, 52F, have 4 kids. My oldest daughter, Carol, 34. Kelly, 25. Lucy, 24. And Mark is 21.
So babies.
Since Carol was born, I have stayed at home looking after the kids while my husband, Derek, 53, provided for the family. I wanted to see my children grow and be there for them for everything they might need. Due to the age gap between my oldest and youngest kids, Carol and the rest were never too close to each other.
I mean, it kind of happens in some families sometimes. Not a big deal.
I mean, that is a pretty big age gap. 9 years between Carol at 34 and the next oldest, Kelly, at 25.
Although my sister is 9 years younger than me, and she's my hero. Hi, little sister.
I let Carol to concentrate on her hobbies and school, and looked after the youngest myself. Even my husband insisted to get Carol to babysit and help with them. Later, when the youngest were getting older, I encouraged them to choose the hobbies and careers they were interested in, and we helped them go to uni and fully paid for their education.
You gotta love supportive parents.
Yeah, this is a nice family.
Nice family so far. Let's get into the drama, though. Come on, Bungle.
Okay, here we go.
Uh-huh.
A few years ago, Kelly came out to me as being polyamorous.
Yes, queen.
It is something Lucy and Mark knew since Kelly was in college, but she wanted me to know too. So first off, I do have to go ahead and say, like, I've got nothing against anyone who's polyamorous.
No,
I've
not at
met
all. I think
quite
it's
a few
great.
People. One of the greatest things I ever heard from a friend of mine who is poly
Yes.
is that she made the argument about how ridiculous it is, the idea that there is one person out there, one soulmate for everyone that is going to meet all of your needs at all times.
Unless you meet me and my number's down below, and I love long walks on the beach and lots of wine. Live your best life, people.
It is a lot to take in, as Derek and I both come from very traditional families, but I did my best to support my daughter and learn more about my daughter's orientation. We have also discussed about her coming out to her father, but my husband would never understand it, and he previously said he finds the entire concept of poly disgusting when we tried to talk to him.
Well, it's kind of interesting. Usually parents say stuff like that before they even know that their own child could be polyamorous, gay, anything part of the LGBTQ community. So
yeah, it's like
I
when
think,
it's somebody else's kids.
Of course, it's easier to be critical,
disgusting.
but give your husband the benefit of the doubt. You never know.
So once it's your kid, it's like, oh,
Yeah.
oh, did I say all that about you? Oh no. So Carol's the oldest one. Carol is getting married to a large, very traditional family too, her own choice. And is planning. I like how she makes that her own choice. None of us are forcing her to marry a traditional family. Now, Carol's getting married to a large, very traditional family too, and is planning to take over some of her in-laws' business and help with it. Her in-laws are business owners.
They're rich.
Her fiance's
That's what that
family
means.
is
Rich.
paying for the wedding, and they have over 1,000 guests invited.
So rich.
Including a lot of business partners and work colleagues.
Word.
As a result, each of my kids also received an invitation for a +1 to bring to the wedding.
Uh-oh.
And that didn't sit well with Kelly.
Cue Kelly. Oh no.
Kelly wants to bring several of her partners to the wedding, as they are all very important to her and essentially come out as poly at her sister's wedding. I have told her she can't do that. If she wants to come out, she can, but not during her sister's special day. And since her sister is not aware about Kelly being poly, she should discuss with her if it's okay to bring several partners.
Yeah. The wedding is supposed to be about the couple, you know what I mean? And you should never I don't think she would deliberately try to steal her sister's thunder, but it's like, that's not a place. It's like coming out at somebody's wedding, proposing at someone's wedding. You're stealing someone's thunder.
Announcing that you're pregnant at
someone's
wedding.
We drag people all the time for that on Reddit. So it's just like, I get it. But I also think, so maybe we can keep reading, Carol should have some input on this. Maybe she loves her sister and, with 1,000 people there, clearly, she's not gonna care. But let's just keep reading and find out.
Kelly was not happy with that and called me an asshole for playing favorites when I'm just trying to look after all my children. Lucy and Mark agree with Kelly and believe I should stop intervening and let Kelly do what she feels is right. But I don't want this to cause a rift between my children. Am I the asshole?
I'm already half of my drink through while you're just starting to sip because he had to actually read. And, I had time to contemplate during this lovely long reading.
Life, romance.
No, OP, I do not think you are the asshole. My reasoning? Ow, I hurt myself. I don't think you're the asshole just because it's like, this is your daughter's wedding. This is her special day. Kelly. I know it's not your real name because we must protect the innocent, as my name is Blunder. Get over yourself. If she was already out to her sister, Carol,
there we go,
and this came up, this would be a different story, but she wants to announce it at Kelly's wedding.
That's where...
Carol's wedding,
Carol's
I'm sorry.
wedding, yes.
And I just don't think it's appropriate.
That's where I stand too.
Absolutely.
There's a couple big things that I think would come up in this situation. Because obviously, Kelly got a +1 invitation.
Yeah.
And that is kind of standard.
That is very standard, isn't it?
And so to show up at somebody else's wedding with an entourage when you've been given a +1 invitation is pretty rude, I would say.
You know how I feel. We host parties a lot all the time, and sometimes when, people just bring extra guests without asking. Not that I mind, we all like a good party.
Where 2 can eat, 3 can eat. That was my grandmother's saying.
Absolutely, but it always is nice to give someone a heads up. You just don't show up at the wedding or a party, whatever it may be, with just extra guests. That's just a good way to piss off Blunder within 2.5 seconds. Is it the place to express that and show that at your older sister's wedding?
No.
There you go. We've got it.
There is an edit that was added to this post.
Yes. Okay.
And the OP says,
ooh, let's go. Look at this.
I was advised to add this to the post. Kelly has a primary partner of 4 years who she has been bringing to all of the family events.
Okay.
There was a time when he was out of town and Kelly wanted to bring a different partner, but I had to explain, unless she comes out before that and explains what being poly is,
for sure,
it will make the entire family feel very awkward the next time she brings her primary partner around.
Absolutely, because they're going to think she's cheating. That is what it is. You have to give your... I know her dad doesn't know, but give her dad the benefit of the doubt. Be like, listen, this is the lifestyle that I'm living. And I don't even want to call it a lifestyle. I don't like saying that because I think that is degrading it. That's, that she's living her best life, and all of her partners are agree with this situation, and they love each other, will love her at least. So I don't see anything wrong with it. OP, you're being a shield. Stop being a shield.
Oh, that's a good point.
Thank you. It's just like, let Kelly speak to Carol.
Yeah, because obviously, some people might be against the idea, and that is something that everybody has to deal with in one way or another. Turning somebody else's wedding into the confrontational showdown location for something like that is... I just don't agree with that.
I just don't think it's appropriate. And it's taking away from Carol's moment. And they're... obviously they're putting a lot of 1,000 guests. That's quite extravagant in my opinion. Obviously it's not the Gilded Age of 10,000 people coming to a wedding, but that's a lot of people. And, that is not the time and the place. Talk to your, the rest of your family after the wedding to say, hey, this is my life and I want you to be part of it. So please be accepting, and I love you and you love me. So just go with it.
I completely agree with that. And
Yeah.
the OP does continue and say, no, you're fine. From what I have heard, she also brings her primary partner to work-related events, hence why I don't really see why she feels the need to bring several partners to the wedding when it wasn't the case before. So that is an interesting point. But it does seem that Kelly is trying to shield certain environments from having all these details
But
about
again,
her life.
why choose your sister's wedding?
And that's the question.
Kelly, OP. Oh, bing. You are not the asshole.
Not the asshole.
Not the asshole.
And I do think that Kelly deserves to live her true life
Absolutely.
in front of her family and friends without ridicule.
Absolutely.
But her sister's wedding is not the place to risk this confrontation.
Absolutely not. Especially if the family doesn't know about it.
And now, we read it.
We read it. It's done. And you know what? If you like what you saw today, like, subscribe, hit that little notification bell. Hey, it goes ding-a-ling-a-ling to let you know when we have a new video. And guess what? Tell us what you think in the comments below. I'm kind of curious to see what you guys think. Do you guys think that the OP is overstepping her bounds as the mother?
Yeah, we could be wrong on this. Maybe
Absolutely.
the OP is the A.
We love an open conversation. You should hear us when we read these first thing in the morning. Sometimes we argue.
And let us know if you like this segment and we should
Yeah.
continue it, or maybe you've read a story on Reddit that you would like us to give our critique on.
Absolutely.
Please link to it in the comments below.
Yeah, and maybe you'll see your story on the next video.
On Have You Read It?
I'm Blunder.
And I'm Bungle. Thank you so much for joining us today. You have a great day out there.
And we'll see you in the next video.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Oh my gosh, my drink is gone.
You mean I gotta make another one before we start our next video?
No!